Good morning, everyone. I am so excited to be talking to my friend today who has an Omni-restaurant in Baltimore called Golden West. And we've been working on Vegan Restaurant Week for a couple of years in Maryland. And I just wanted to show everyone some clips on some of the work that we've been doing before we get into our discussion. Bear with me one moment. This is Vegan Restaurant Week in Maryland. Vegan Restaurant Week is a great treat for everyone, whether you're vegan or not. It's a way to get your family out and try something different.
It's a challenge for restaurateurs to bring a little diversity to their menu, to introduce people that may not know or be familiar with, the options available on a plant-based diet.
It's not just a freaking salad, okay?
Right.
It gives chefs the opportunity to really show us how creative that they can be with their cuisines.
Yeah, we want to dispel sort of the stigma of what vegan food is and really be able to show people and highlight like how magical and delicious a plant-based diet can be.
All right. And we even went as far as doing an expo in Baltimore to
Hello?
Oh, we don't have that. Okay. My apologies. Bear me. I thought I was sharing that one. Sorry, everybody. Didn't roll right into it. 1 second. Here we go.
That is 27% of the
We got it.
population in Baltimore was vegan or vegetarian food.
I was tired of going to restaurants and they were telling me to go around the corner to go to that store to eat what I needed to eat.
Our mission started out being to make delicious, low-cost, plant-based foods that everybody would be able to access.
And I feel like that's something that we're seeing a lot more of. And to be able to still share a meal and be inclusive is really, really important.
As much as I love my own food, I love to go other places and eat other people's food.
We're here to help you grow your restaurants. We're here to spread vegan food. We're here to make Baltimore a healthier, happier place together.
All right. Okay. Well, there you have it, everyone. We are coming up on Maryland Vegan Restaurant Week, August 1st through August 9th. And I have here Samantha Claassen, the proprietor of Golden West, who is an Omni-restaurant that started Vegan Week. Tell us the story, Samantha. How did this all start?
We actually had, we have specials every week, and we had decided to run a vegan week. It was something that we had a lot of vegetarian and vegan diners before. We had made, slight modification and just been getting a lot of feedback about people that they wanted these options. So we decided to have a vegan week. The response was so huge. People were so happy and excited. The business was like, we saw, a 10% increase the first week that we did it. And we were like, okay, well, we need to keep doing this. Clearly there is something missing here that people really want and are excited about. We wound up doing it twice a year, over Valentine's Day every year because, vegans want to take their sweetheart someplace new or to get new foods. And then always in the summer because it's kind of slow. And when traditional vegan week or traditional restaurant weeks might take place. And it always worked out. People were really excited. Then Naijha came in during a vegan week and was like, hey, this is cool. Let's work together. Let's make this big. And the rest is history. We've been doing this, this is our 5th year now.
It's our 5th year. And I can tell you, during that time when I came into Golden West, and I had been to Golden West before years ago, probably in 2007, when I started my vegan journey, and they had the typical tofu dishes. I don't even think you were the owner at that time. It was like this buffalo tofu dish that they have, and it was okay. And I hadn't gone back there for years. So when I went back there that summer, while I was planning Vegan Soul Fest with my partner Brenda Sanders, I was in the midst of thinking, like, you know, what else could we be doing? What type of business to business relationships could we can be doing? And my experience at one restaurant, as I mentioned in the video, was, you know, well, we don't have that food here. Go around the corner to that other place and get that food. And mind you, I was at this particular restaurant because my brother-in-law was doing a marketing presentation, and all I needed was some things omitted from this dish. That was it. It was a mushroom dish, and I didn't want the cheese and, you know, whatever the animal products was in it. And, you know, the waiter was offended, and I was offended by the response. So I left there really, really teed off. So when I went to your restaurant and saw, as an Omni-restaurant, that you're doing a vegan week, I was confused. And I said, well, okay, let me find out what's going on, because I think everybody needs to be involved with a vegan week, not just vegan restaurants, but veg-friendly restaurants as well. And that is why I connected with Samantha, and we've been running the summer and winter Maryland Vegan Restaurant Week. Yes, we started in Baltimore because Baltimore is our home, but now we're branching out across the state of Maryland, and we need everyone's support on this because it's very important. You heard the video. People want vegan options on the menu, and not just a freaking salad. Okay. So we're signing up folks now. Talk to me about your journey, Samantha. Are you vegan or plant-based now? Are you, I mean, like, what is your story there? What are your inspirations?
I started as an Omni person. I think, like most people,
obviously, because you have an Omni restaurant.
And it wasn't always my restaurant. I had a business partner before, and had fought a lot of battles with him actually about modifying our menu because of exactly what you're saying. You know, like making modifications to help people to open sort of the availability, right? Like all the things that are available to you. Like, how could that be bad from a business perspective? You know, like if people are hungry, let's feed them. That's sort of like what we're in the business to do. You know, it's very powerful bringing people together over a plate of food. And if you are excluding people because of their dietary restrictions or preferences, you know, whether that's allergies or, you know, or veganism or, you know, keto or whatever, like it's not necessary, you know. It's so easy to make those changes. When my daughter was born, she had a lot of allergies, and it was very easy for us to go places. Well, it was more convenient for us to go to places that could accommodate a vegan diet because it eliminated so many of these things that she was allergic to. And so that's sort of where the journey began, where it was like, you know, we need to make these modifications because people want and or need them. And then it became, you know, once we started doing that, people were like responding in such a positive way, you know, where they were coming up and they were like, thank you so much for having these options. You know, I've always wanted the chili sauce, but couldn't have it before because it had like, you know, chicken stock in it or whatever. So like that became very important and so telling. People are just hungry for good food. I mean, that is not ever going to change. And so part of that whole vegan week challenge was, okay, let's like put, you know, a whole week dedicated to vegans, to have special food. Like here's a whole week where we're paying attention, shining a light just on you, your cuisine. Here's these new things that we have to offer. And I think that you and I have done a pretty good job of convincing other restaurants to do the same. And specifically Omni restaurants. You know, Miss Shirley's. Miss Shirley's has several operations, right? Like several brick and mortar businesses.
Right. She has two in Baltimore, one in Annapolis. And from what I understand in Annapolis, you know, vegan options have been scarce. So they need to bring their options up. So Miss Shirley's has definitely been a major supporter in this journey. So we definitely appreciate their support. How do you feel? Because what happens sometimes with some vegans, they get concerned if it's not a 100% vegan restaurant, they're not sure about the cross-contamination of animal products in their food. What is your response to that? And then that's within their right, absolutely. If you want a 100% vegan restaurant, you know, because you feel safe, absolutely. From an Omni-restaurant perspective, what is your response to that? What is your take on it? Because some restaurants may not know what they're doing.
Oh, I agree with you. And I feel like we try to stress to restaurants, you know, the importance of cross-contamination and that it should be looked at just like an allergy. That, you know, people don't want their food. I don't want to eat vegan products that taste like meat, you know, like I don't want my pancakes to taste like bacon, you know, like you got to keep it separate, you know. At Golden West, we have a separate fryer. We have a separate section of the grill. We use pans, new fresh pans like every time. So it's like we keep those things clean and separated so that you're not having that cross-contamination, because it's really important. You know, if you are going through the trouble of, you know, having a restricted diet, whatever that is, you know, whether it's a plant-based lifestyle or raw foods or whatever, the least we can do is accommodate you and keep you, you know, safe. It's like there are people who, for whatever reason, whether it's like religious, can't have things cross-contaminate, can't have things touch. We're happy to accommodate. I mean, we are in the hospitality business. This is what we do. And, you know, vegans are everywhere. Like, it's all of us, you know. There's so
And with the Maryland Vegan Restaurant Week, what we encourage, because I know in the beginning, you know, vegans were very happy about this Vegan Week celebration, but we also had to put the message across that it's for everyone. So it's for vegans to invite their non-vegan friends out to have a good experience at the restaurant of their choice that's participating, that has their particular cuisine that they like, because restaurants have different cuisines, different ambiance. What are some of the best sellers on your menu in a particular vegan restaurant week? I've been gravitated towards the breakfast sandwich that you had with the Beyond Patty, but what are some other ones?
For sure. I would definitely say that breakfast sandwich is one of our top sellers. It's so good. And Greener Kitchen, which is a local business that Brenda Sanders is part of, they make, I would say, the world's best non-dairy based cheddar cheese I've ever had.
Shout out to the Greener Kitchen.
I've not always been vegan. I started my journey probably about 2 years ago. You know, when we were going through doing our vegan week, I felt like it was something that I really wanted to do. I've been, you know, passionate about it this whole time, but was like an omni, eating predominantly plant-based things. But I just made the switch, you know, a couple years ago, and it's been wonderful, and it's so easy to do.
It is. I mean, you couldn't imagine how folks make it so difficult. I say the foundation is fruits, vegetables, grains, nuts, seeds, beans, legumes. Like that is like the foundation. If you're just eating that, you're eating vegan. You're not contributing to animal cruelty. You're reducing the negative impact on the environment, and you're also improving your health by keeping it whole foods, plant-based. I'm attending a series of lectures through Veg International, which is an awesome organization. And one of the things that I discovered there during their last webinar was this veganizer class. And I want to offer this to restaurants, not just Maryland, right? Any restaurant that's looking to veganize their option. Look, the future of food is plants. That's the reality of it. We're in this pandemic. We're trying to boost the immune systems, and you have to eat healthier. Okay, you know, zoonosis has caused this pandemic. Zoonosis, look it up. We need to start eating more plants. So attention, restaurants interested in becoming more veg friendly, or better yet, fully veganized, this course is for you. You go to theveganizers.com, veganizer, it's in India, the chat on the broadcast that we're streaming off of. There's a coupon code. You get a 20% discount. Use that code, sign up for these classes, and veganize your establishment. I'm telling you, it is worth it. You hear the testimony here from Sam Claassen, what she's been experienced in her restaurant, even launching their own vegan week before anyone was thinking about it in the United States of America. So, this is the thing. You can't get food posing either vegan food rocks. Okay, you can't get food posing either vegan food rocks. Thanks for that, Tina. Yeah, absolutely. That is what it is. And I'm feeling great. I'm 48 now and I'm working out. I'm eating well. I've been losing weight during this pandemic. I'm having a great time with this lifestyle. Were there any documentaries or books, Samantha, or things like that that inspired you or furthered your education in the vegan journey?
I mean, I would say What the Health was really, it made a big impact.
Oh yeah, What the Health. That was, we remember that year at the Land of Kush. When What the Health came out, it was like, okay, what is going on? Like, whatever it is, let's keep it going. Like, that was really that enlightening moment for folks. So yeah. What the Health?
What the Health was really, I think, it did it for a lot of people. And I think really for us too, for Golden West and also for Maryland Vegan Eats, was a big step forward. Like, I think a lot of people are kind of opening up. I think that, it's very hard. I felt really conflicted as a person when I went vegan and owning an Omni-restaurant. It was challenging for me because as I did not expect to change my diet and have it change my mind about so many things. Having an Omni-restaurant is, we've decreased enormously our consumption of eggs, dairy, and animal products in general. But it's such an important gateway. I would argue, and I know that it's challenging, but there is something to be seen when you have a family come in and, typically it's like younger people are ordering vegan foods and their parents are at the table, or, aunts and uncles, like extended family, especially around, graduations, big events, when big parties come in and they get vegan food. And the parents and the family are like, you see these looks of surprise where they're like, really? This is vegan? Like, but it's so good. And I always laugh to myself because like, yeah, vegan food is delicious. Like, there's so many things that you're eating already that are like accidentally vegan, and
right.
You don't realize that like you don't need the animal products to fill your life with, like to make your food taste good. You can get fats from like amazing sources, avocado, like even, avocado and chocolate is not something I ever anticipated putting together, but
I love avocado. And I love chocolate.
You can make an amazing mousse out of avocado and chocolate. I would argue that some of the best peanut butter mousse, like the best mousse I've ever had was from Vegan Treats. They make like a peanut butter mousse, and it is, you could go toe to toe with any regular, any like, non-vegan peanut butter mousse or dessert item, and it would just like knock its socks off.
They're amazing.
Yeah, no.
And the donuts, when the vegan donuts came on the scene, and during the Vegan Restaurant Week, I'll be doing a live at one of the vegan donut spots. So I'm so excited about that because we're talking about the flaky donuts, and even the ones that are heavier are really good. Those old fashioned donuts, but the vegan donut, it's incredible. Yep. Do you know that Golden West was voted best vegan restaurant by Baltimore Magazine last year? That's how good the food that you had there was. That your menu was just so amazing. It just really, really made everyone happy. Again, if you're in Maryland, in your restaurant, this Vegan Restaurant Week, August 1st through the 9th, we have some participants listed on the website already, mdveganeats.com. And then we have some folks that are talking about being participant. Don't talk about it, be about it. Get your registration in. It is free. And we are building the list. Everybody's asking us where are the menus, what's happening. Get your registration in so we can get the website updated. please, 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 we need this information. And we have some special events. I heard some vegan cookouts are going to be happening at some establishments. And then we have a webinar happening on that date. So please, mdveganeats.com. If you're in the state of Maryland, if you're not in the state of Maryland, you need to be thinking about starting a vegan restaurant week in your area. There's so many popping up in different states that it's incredible. And again, if you need help with that, the future of food is plants. You want to go to the veganizers.com, check the comments, get the 20% coupon code NAWR 2020, get the course and become veganized. It's not as difficult as you think it is, restaurants. We understand food costs. We're both restaurateurs here. We understand that profit margin. We understand the difference in cost when you're buying Beyond Burgers and Impossible Burgers and all of that stuff. It's just a matter of sometimes you don't have to go that route. Sometimes just understanding how to be creative with whole foods, whole plant-based. You got portobello mushrooms. You got all type of things that you can be creative with. The sauce is the boss. Seasoning. That's what people do with these animal products. They're seasoning things to take, and you're seasoning it with plant-based products, right? Right or wrong?
You know, right.
How have you been? Go ahead, Samantha.
I was just going to say that, if there are restaurateurs that are watching this that are, challenged on how to move forward or how to implement more things or recipes, plant-based recipes, I think that there's a lot of people who think, like my former business partner, that it's just not fun. That making food, making vegan food just isn't fun. And I think that they have some weird sort of notion about what vegan food is. And I think that it's just because they're uneducated,
That's all it is. You just need the education.
Yeah.
I'm still confused today. I went on to Ocean City and stayed at a nice hotel, a very nice property and everything. No vegan options on the menu except for a salad. I mean, you got to be killing me. You want all this money per night, but we still haven't advanced and progressed to improve our menu. So of course we had to go someplace else. Malia's Cafe, I give them a shout out because they have like the best veggie hash breakfast that we had every morning. But restaurants have to step their game up. The restaurants and the hotels have to step their game up. You want all this money per night, and then you have these restaurants in your hotel, but you need better vegan options. The chefs just have to be a little bit more creative. It's not, hey, the course is here. Go to Veganizers. Like I said, get some help. I mean, it's not that difficult. It really isn't. It just takes a little research, a little education. Land & Kush has been successful as a 100% vegan restaurant for close to 10 years. And Samantha, you guys have been open for 2 decades, and you just started your vegan week, 3 years before we started the statewide one. So it's working.
It's working. And honestly, I think that we have been called a vegan restaurant in more than just one.
Yes. Yes. They're also calling Flight, who's another one in Baltimore. They're calling them a vegan restaurant because they have a nice vegan menu too.
A lot of Omni-restaurants, especially Omni-restaurants that we have worked with, like Golden West, Miss Shirley's, Flight, have adopted full-time vegan menus, a separate full-time vegan menu, which is, I really think, transformative to the food industry. I know that when we made the switch and really started pushing vegan specials every single week and started to do more vegan food all the time and sort of rebrand our menu and fill it out with more vegan options, that our people came, or our vendors came to us and they were like, what is going on? You're ordering less. You're not ordering as much burgers or bacon or, eggs. Like, what's going on? And we were like, the world is changing.
Tell them there's a meat boycott going on. Jay, we're shouting out the meat, boycottmeat.com. There is a meat boycott going on.
Right.
The pandemic started off with some zoonosis stuff, which has to do with animals, and people, are going in a different direction. The future is plants. How are you navigating during this pandemic, by the way? I know Atlanta Kush, we had to do a lot of different things. You know, we were always take out, you carry out with a little bit of indoor dining space, and we don't have the dining space open for people to come in because we're just so small. It wouldn't make sense for us. But
you know how it is. It's like, as a restaurant person, you are so adept at putting out fires and just like running from one crisis to the next. You know, there's always something happening. But for sure, it's just like, you know, you pivot. We are doing delivery. We are doing curbside pickup. We've still been trying to do some virtual events and some curbside events. We have drag queens that we work with, and they come out every other Sunday and they do curbside drag, which is fun and socially distanced.
Oh, wow.
And keeping it light, you know, but so those are some of the things that we've been doing, and then just continuing to support our other local businesses. It's very challenging for them as well.
Yes, when I go out, I definitely support local. I go to the local establishments and support. And then that's where the bulk of my money has been going throughout this pandemic, supporting local food establishments. It's amazing. People are going to go eat, you know, because everyone's not cooking at home, which you should do some cooking at home. You know, and Black Veg can help you with that. We have webinars, and we have cooking classes. You can check us out. There's information there, so you should do some cooking at home. But if you're going to go out, definitely support local. That's why I encourage states to start this vegan restaurant week in your area and start pushing the message of food. Plant-based food is the future, and that's what we need to be consuming and focusing on. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. We've noticed even more of an increase in plant-based foods during this pandemic. And I think that that's really wonderful, because I think that for the general population, it's really brought to light sort of the extreme problems with factory farming.
Yes.
You know, I think that the world is opening up to like, oh, this is not okay. You know, and those people in meatpacking plants, you know, being the sources of these, you know, sort of outbreaks, right? Where it's like the epicenter, because you've got people working in these very close quarters doing the most awful labor. And I think that it's been very good for plant-based diets and, you know, veganism in general, because I think a lot of people are able to make the change, you know. And I know plant-based products are so important, and exactly what you're talking about, sticking to the basics, right? Where it's like your legumes, your potatoes, your rice, your beans. I mean, these very basic things, your vegetables, your whole foods. But I think that as an Omni-restaurant, we've seen such a benefit in those plant-based products like Just Egg.
Oh, wow. Yeah, Just Egg. Yeah. Which is made with the mung beans.
Correct. Made from mung beans. And that has been really transformative for a lot of people, because, you know, people are such a creatures of habit, right? Where it's like every morning I have my eggs, my coffee, like I can't live without that. But, you know, Oatly makes an amazing creamer, like oat milk creamer that we use for coffee, and it's fantastic. It's just the same. You don't notice, you know, you're not losing anything. Your life is only enriched by incorporating these plant-based products. And so we've been very fortunate. You know, Greener Kitchen makes those plant-based cheeses that are amazing and delicious.
And they have a great vegan cheesesteak. My daughter loves it. You know,
their food in general is
it's a ritual to go over there and get the cheesesteak.
Their nacho cheese sauce is delicious. Like you can have it.
The important thing is to make the food taste good. And again, that's the issue. If you're going to introduce a plant-based meal to someone that's new to it, it has to take good, because that's been the stigmatism. They're introduced to food and it's bland, or it's just a salad. It doesn't look fun. The presentation is off. Restaurants, again, this is not as difficult as you think it is. You can there are resources out there where you can be shown how to do this. Again, theveganizers.com, there's a course there. Use the coupon code. It doesn't cost a lot. If you're thinking about veganizing your establishment, that's the way you want to go. MD Vegan Eats is here. We are here. We have a Facebook. We have a website. You can reach out to us, and we can get you some resources if you need some help. Definitely here in Maryland. And if you're not in Maryland, you're in another state, and if we know someone in that state, whether it's Philly, because I know Philly's doing some things, Denver, Colorado, they have things going on. South Maryland has, so there's different areas where, but we need more. This needs to be a nationwide initiative, and definitely with the boycott meat, as you mentioned, with the factory farm workers, this really needs to be on everyone's radar.
Yeah, 100%.
Is there? Yeah, go ahead, Sam.
I was going to say that if you're in the state of Maryland and you are struggling with how to modify the menu that you have, it's very easy just contact Maryland Vegan Eats. We can put you in contact with vegan chefs that are able to create and curate menus that will work with your budget, with the current menu that you have now, with whatever you have in stock. It is so easy to do. And it's even easier when you have help. And we're here to help, right? So Maryland Vegan Eats is trying to expand.
MVeganEats.com is the website, and the Facebook is Maryland Vegan Eats. We get messages all the time and trying to pointing. We're not a restaurant in itself. We are a collective. We are a partnership. A lot of people ask us where are we located as a restaurant. MD Vegan Eats is a collective organization that organizes the Maryland Vegan Restaurant Week. But if you have questions and you need some assistance in your restaurant, please feel free to reach out to us. We want you to get more plant-based options on your menu, and we want you to get fully veganized if that's what you're looking to do. I've heard of restaurants that were meat restaurants, Omni-restaurants, whatever, and they went 100% plant-based, and their revenue changed significantly. So please, this is what we're asking. Any last words, Samantha? I just want to let everybody know next weekend, August 1st through August 9th is Maryland Vegan Restaurant Weeks, and we're going to work on a potential extension, but we need restaurant participation. Sign up. This is the first time we're making this free due to the pandemic. We have to spend on marketing and all this stuff, but we're going to make it free, and maybe it'll be free in the winter. I don't know. But take the opportunity to get all this free marketing by signing up and committing to putting plant-based options on your menu for at least that week, August 1st to August 9th, and see if you want to extend it through the 16th. I don't think you're going to be disappointed. Any other words?
The only thing I was going to add is that if you want to see more vegan options where you live, if you want more restaurants to get on board, you have to be vocal. You have to contact those restaurants, send them DMs on Instagram, contact them through Facebook, send them emails. You can always link them to us, especially in the state of Maryland, but other areas as well. We're happy to talk to other restaurants that are interested in adding vegan options. It is so easy to do. It's just about communication. It's about making your, what you need known, and businesses respond to money, right? So if you are willing to spend your money, where they are putting that effort in, I would say that changes everything. And I think that we can totally change the industry, which, has a trickle down effect to everything else. So it's really important, and you have to speak up and speak out.
Sarah, I don't know why anyone would be afraid to try vegan food. It's definitely not going to kill you like meat, dairy, and eggs. And this is the message that we're trying to push to folks. And this is what we're trying to drive with the Maryland Vegan Restaurant Week. Give it a try. It is an experience. We're not forcing you into a challenge. We're just saying, give it a try. Whether you have vegan friends that take you to these restaurants, or if you're just a person that just use this time as a reason to experience good vegan food. Okay, whether it's through the takeout, delivery, if you're not coming out. Whatever it is, use this time to give it a try. And we also have a survey. So we put out a survey and asked people their thoughts on what was the best dish from whichever restaurant, and what experience they have, and would they consider going plant-based or whatever. So we make this very interactive for our participants. So yeah, use this time for that. I mean, it's the beginning of the month. Do something different. Don't do the same thing you've done, because you're going to get the same results.
That's right.
I appreciate you taking the time out to come talk and promote Vegan Restaurant Week with me, Samantha. It's always a pleasure connecting with you. And I'm sending blessings that it grows. And we hit some of these small town areas that aren't really thinking about it, the ones that really need it. We as vegans want to share the beautiful cruelty-free food that nourishes our bodies. Absolutely. That's all we want to do. Okay. Whenever you pick up a fork, a spoon, a knife, straw, whatever it is, you are making a crucial decision of how you impact the environment, animals, and your health. So always think about that. You want to be healthy. Yes, Vegan Restaurant Week, August 1st to August 9th. And we're praying that we get this extension. Land of Kush is going to be an extension. You're going to be an extension. We're going to do this extension. Okay, we're in this game forever. So mdveganeats.com. Let me just put up that course again, in case there's restaurants that, a little curious, they're not sure, they don't know. It's the veganizers.com/veganizer, UNI HTML, and there's a 20% coupon code. So just come to any of these pages, Land of Kush, Black Veg Society in Maryland, MD Vegan Eats, Jane Unchained News, or NaijhaSpeaks.com. You will find this site and the code. That is the very important thing right there. And then you can sign up for the vegan restaurant for free. It's $0. And anybody knows we usually charge $99, $300, upwards of $500 if you want TV promotion. It's $0 to be listed on the site. All you have to have is your exclusive vegan menu.
That's right.
A direct link to your website where people can find this menu so we can promote the heck out of your restaurant and the vegan menu. That's it. It can't get any easier than that. That is the investment. You promoting your vegan menu. And we're going to do it for you for free.
It's true. It's a deal.
Yes, Sarah, it is incredible. Like that's why we're telling people to sign up. The restaurants need to tell your restaurants to sign up. If you have a restaurant that you go to, or you got a restaurant that needs plant-based options on there, you've been telling them, tell them mdveganeats.com. Yes, they have to sign up for this.
That's right.
We appreciate you listening in. Please share. Again, if you have questions, you know where to find us. MD Vegan Eats on Facebook, mdveganeats.com. All the information is there. All the videos are there. All the archive stories are there. This is not a game. This is serious. The future of food is plants. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks, Samantha. I'll tell you. Thanks, Jane, for letting us use your platform. Subscribe to NaijhaSpeaks.com. Go to mdveganeats.com for restaurants wanting to sign up. And for those that are looking for 20 fresh salad recipes, bvsmd.org. Have a great day, everyone.
All right. Take care. Bye.
All right, bye-bye.